When's the last time that your accountant brought you an idea that saved you thousands of dollars in taxes? Let's chew on that one for a second. I mean, really think about that. When we get our bill from our accountant, what does that look like? What are they billing us for specifically? Go into your head and think about that. Bookkeeping, filing and preparing tax returns. Have you ever seen a line item that you received a bill for specifically about tax reduction? So if the accountants in the world are all so busy, and I've never met an accountant that wasn't busy, and they're doing their day-to-day, well then how is it that they're gonna gather the latest and greatest tax solutions that are gonna save you a bunch of money? The way I like to relate this to people is think about a home, right? If you were gonna build a custom home specific to you, everything that you've always wanted, would you really go to the builder first, or would you go to an architect? Of course, if you went to the builder, they might have 4 or 5 homes that they build consistently, and you can move some walls, and that's probably what a lot of accountants' relationships look like. They've got their standard couple that they always like to use, and they apply them whenever necessary. But if we're honest with ourselves, if we really do feel that we pay too much in taxes, then why wouldn't we go have a conversation with a tax reduction specialist or somebody who focuses in on dropping the tax bill? Those companies exist. They're around the country. In a lot of cases, they work with your CPA to make sure that they build the architecture plan, give to you, you give to the accountant, and then they can deploy those strategies. What those tax reduction blueprints look like, they look like this. They need to go into your current situation to see all of the strategies that are currently being used. Then, once they understand that, then they can see all the strategies that you're not using. Pretty easy. Once we know your situation, your taxes, your financials, and all the strategy you're not using, well then we just have to simply show you how to use those strategies. And in that situation, if it saved you $50,000 or $10,000 or whatever the case may be, these companies around the country that provide this service, they typically only charge you a portion of what is saved. So you don't have a downside. There is no cost, right? Because it's all found in the value that they provide. So it's okay that we go to a doctor, our primary care physician, and that doctor is fully comfortable saying, you need to go over here and talk with the specialist because that's what they specialize in. But for some reason, the accountants of the world in that industry, they don't want to talk about that. In my opinion, anyone that feels they're paying too much taxes, you have choices. You can go to other accountants and you can get opinions. I mean, what are we really talking about? What are they using and what are they not, and how much is that costing me? Forget going around the country. Why don't you just interview a couple of accountants here locally, wherever you are? Get those opinions. It'll cost you a half of a day. How much can it save you though?